Hello, good morning. Let's see, I'm just sharing. Just sharing the link to the thingy, to the stream, because I'm going to work on. Uh, um, uh, uh, yeah, just talking about how we release Overmind. If I remember correctly, we use like commitisten. Is that a thing? So we have like named commits, and based on the type of commit, based on the type of commit, like if it's a bug fixed or a feature, it bumps it automatically. Yeah, because we have this function tree thing, repo cooker that we built. Yeah. Anyways, okay, so let's see. I need a browser. Give me a browser. So the thing about React 18, I don't have deep insight into it, but I think I know enough for solving our issue. Because the thing is, when you have a component, this is a component, and in that component you might have like, so this is like a use effect. And then you might have some how should we draw this? So this component returns some UI definition, accessing state. So this is what the component returns. So basically what we do in Overmind, this is horrible. Let's use something else. And I think we need to run this locally. And let's see, and let me open up Overmind. Overmind. Let's see. Oh, that's a lot of stuff. Just see if everything's installed here. Are we using yarn or are we using npm? Oh, maybe we were using npm. Oops. Let's see. npm install. Yeah, anyways. Let's see. Make sure my face isn't stuck or overlaying something. Like select language. So the thing is, we have some component, and that component has like some use effect, and then it returns some UI definition. Can I React? There we go. Can I turn off? We have prettier here. Can I just turn it off or? Oh my god, this is annoying. Anyways, oh god damn it, this is annoying. Can I just type something out of context? There we go. Okay. Oh, I still get errors. Yeah, whatever. It's less errors. So the thing is, we have this hook is app state, and nice thing is that you can just say state title, for example, and this is automatically tracked. And the way this works is inside this hook, let's see. We are running different kinds of effects. So conceptually what happens when you have a component or you use one of these hooks is that you get an instance of proxy state tree. So basically the component gets an instance of something that's responsible for tracking whatever you access here. Now, the problem with, let's see, I can make this bigger. The problem with React 18 is that inside one of these effects, I've simplified this. Inside one of these effects, we're saying tree dispose. So that when the component unmounts, we dispose of the tree because the component is disposed. But what React 18 does is that first it runs through everything as normal. It runs the component body, it runs the effects, it returns the UI definition. But then in strict mode and like development, React does another round through the structure of the app, and it doesn't run the component body, but it runs the effects again. We're going to validate this with Code Sandbox to feel perfectly confident about that. But that's what happens. And then what happens is that it runs this as if the component unmounts, even though it doesn't. And it runs this dispose. And then we try to track again. But there are two problems. One, so it's not only that we're disposing of this tree. The problem is also that we are starting the tracker again. And without actually running the component body. So that means it becomes an empty tracker because it can't like figure out that you actually did any of this. That's my assumption. So we just need to validate that because I can't move on with the fix until we know that for certain. So we can go and create the sandbox here. And we can try to validate this. The React TypeScript. Let's see. Didn't I click React TypeScript? Oops. Oh, sorry, I was looking for... Wait, React TypeScript? Didn't I click that? There we go, weird. So I guess we can very easily check this by just logging this effect. Running. And you can see it runs twice, right? And what we can do is we can also check how often the component body runs. Does that also run twice? Oh, it does. Okay, so my assumption was completely wrong. Okay, but that simplifies it. Are we... I felt very confident that it only runs the React 18 strict mode. Strict mode is a tool for highlighting potential problems like fragment strict does not render and yeah. So, legacy life cycle React application warning about legacy string. Yeah. Yeah, here we go. The render phase determines what changes needs to be made to the DOM. The commit phase is when it applies any changes. But rendering can be slow for this. To pieces, blah, 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 blah. But does it? I can't reproduce that it runs only the effect twice and not the component body twice. And I felt so confident that's what the thing is all about. Okay, this is done by intentionally double invoking the following functions. Okay, function component bodies. Okay. Functions pass to use state, use memo, use reducer. What about use effect? Why doesn't it name? Okay, that makes me uncertain again how it works. Why doesn't it mention use effect? Or is that... significant work thing. While stream is active, all component mount and then mount before being remounted again. And then remount them. And that a use effect call with no dependencies will be run double time. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because here it says if it doesn't have any dependencies, it has a double run. Yeah, because the way I was thinking about this is that you can combine... so like you can have a ref for the component that increases every time the component actually runs. And the thing is, those would be out of sync in the double run effect scenario, because you would have a double run of the effect, but the component body only have one run. And then you would know that, oh, don't do anything here. But I really need to reproduce that double run, and I'm not sure how to do that. Yeah, so yeah, that's a good question, Dan. Like you can flip it around. You could rather say you can flip it around and rather say why is not ask the question why is it disposed when it shouldn't be, but rather say why isn't it reinitialized? Why does it keep using the disposed one? Yeah, maybe we can attack it from that angle first, because then we don't necessarily need to deal with this stuff. Yeah, let's look at that code. I can't remember exactly how we instantiated the tree over my React. Let's see. Let's close this. So yeah, we have a lot of like development code. So it looks quite horrible, but it's basically for development. Let's see, use state. Is this... oh yeah, overman context. Mounted ref. Yeah, so this is the thing that grabs. So inside... yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm just flipping. Oh, god damn it. I am using two profiles in my... it's a recursive. Yeah. So inside proxy state tree, it when you dispose of a tree, it doesn't actually remove it. It makes it reusable, and that is just to make it a bit more optimized memory-wise. So the garbage collector doesn't have to throw away all these trees. They're just reused for the next component. So when we dispose of it, we're not like throwing it away. But I guess the problem here is really that we use a memo to get that tree instance, and then we have the use effect that has the disposer, and then when we have this double thing, we're not getting a new instance of the tree. So that's why I talked about weak map, because what we could also do is, that's a little bit tricky though. Like we could drop having this optimization, like reusing trees, and rather put the trees in a weak map. That means they can't be like reused in the same sense. You kind of lose a memory optimization. Yeah, but I feel such a big change only for React. So it's not ideal. So basically what we would want is for this to run again as well. Flush ID. Yeah, like with the weak map, we wouldn't have to dispose. It would just reuse the tree reference until the component, like the component is the only thing that references that tree. So if we store that tree in a weak map inside proxy state tree, as soon as that component doesn't reference that tree anymore, then that tree will be disposed by the garbage collector at some point. Yeah, good question about use layout effect. I would expect it to be handled the same way. But the biggest problem for me now is that we can't really test this. Like we can't force the double call of the effect without the component body being run. So it's like it will be a bit of a theoretical implementation unless we find a way to trigger it. Hi, Roman. Roman is a colleague at Code Sandbox. He's messing with me. So I found an article that describes an implementation of use effect that states that it identifies this double call to use effect, but it's a different library that uses it, even though they state that this works just fine and it's been battle tested. I don't feel as confident because we have the problem of what if the effect runs twice, but the component body only runs once. Then we would restart the tracking. I think. Or maybe we wouldn't. No, we would just stop tracking twice. It would still only start the tracking once. Yeah. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to grab this thing, we're going to shove it into Code Sandbox, and we're going to play around with it. Let's see. Overmind. And let's do we need anything else? No, this should be fine. Use current component. Yeah, whatever. From Overmind. Was it create? Is it create Overmind? Yeah. And then React View. Where's the... Oh, was that how it worked? Sorry, I actually have to look at the documentation. Last time I did this was with Code Sandbox version 1. Static. Where's the provider coming from? Hello. Where's the... Who the hell wrote this horrible documentation? Oh, there it is. Create static. There we go. Yeah, and we need to wrap this. So maybe we can move this. Oh, let me just do it here. Return. Well, sorry. Let's do content, and then the app is the thing that renders the this stuff. Return content. Return. Oops. And then we'll pass provider. Value is Overmind. Oh, sorry, store. And then provider. Cool. And then we have use app state, create static. Let's get this rendered first. What did I do wrong now? State. Use app state. Shouldn't that have worked? Oh, is it because of... what the hell? Config. They need to have actions as well. Oh, there we are. Okay. So now it's running the thing twice. So what we're going to do is on click, use app actions, create actions, hook. Actions change title, and then actions change title. And it's supposed to fail now, right? Yeah, like it doesn't error, but it just fails. So yeah, let's just try this now. If I remove strict mode. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we have the problem here. It stops the tracking, and it stops the tracking because of what we talked about. It does this dispose thing. So again, as the issue said, if we remove this dispose, it will start working again. Should start. Oh, maybe it doesn't. Or is it this one? Hey. Oh, sorry, production. Sorry. We have to do it down here. Where are you? Tree dispose. There it works again. But the problem is that now we never dispose of the tree, which means that it stays in memory forever. Yeah, sorry, by the way, if I seem a bit... I have a latency on my responses on the comments. It's because there is latency on the stream. I'm not sure how to actually make that more instant. I think there's a configuration for this. Yeah, I can check that later. I think I did change that setting once, like improve, like prioritize the latency. Anyways, so this is not like a solution. Yeah, can't fix it. So we have to like yes, so let's first take it from the perspective. Yeah, it took about 30-60 seconds. Yeah, that really sucks. By the way, I personally have some latency as well, so maybe the first 30 seconds was YouTube and the other one was just me. Let's see. Yeah, I'm wondering about this use memo. The thing is that we can keep the disposer, but the problem is like we don't want to create a new tree all the time either. So yeah, okay, let's just do that just to see if it also fixes it. Like it's not the final fix, but yeah, it's good to kind of let's just copy it just to take it step by step. So let's do this and this and comment this out. Oops. Oh, that didn't actually fix it. I'm going to log here. Does that run twice? And just to be perfectly sure, does this run twice? Okay, this was confusing. Let's remove this one. Body. Yeah, I saw a presentation or an interview with John Carmack from id Software, and he thinks that the worst part of JavaScript, the language is surprisingly powerful and it kind of runs the world, and it says something about its accessibility and flexibility. But one thing that we are not used to is proper debugging tools. Like we rely a lot on console log instead of having like really good tools. And we do have them available, but they're not as accessible and flexible as the language itself. Kinda, I think there's a discrepancy there. So it's a hard sell for us to use anything else. And we don't debug like memory management and deep stuff. So often a console log is enough. Yeah, let's see if the oh, sorry, I was in production again. Let's see if this one actually stops tracking. Let's just log stop tracking. Start tracking. So let's be a bit more explicit instead of So yeah. Start tracking. So the question now is, what the hell are these things referencing? Because we're using, where's the layout? Where's the layout effect? There it is. Yeah, it uses the tree. Yeah, you have more fun with console log, that's for sure. So, but okay. I'm trying to think about why this doesn't work. Because we're definitely so it could be that we started tracking, but this tracking should be two different trees. Because wait a minute. We have to make sure that this doesn't run either. Okay. I'm very curious about this, because wait a minute. So path dependencies, can I look at them? Path dependencies, is it length or count? Is it count on the set? I can't remember. No, it's length. Ah, god damn it. Yeah. So yeah, so this is where it's happening. Like, this is what I can't quite reason about why this happens. Because now we are definitely having two different trees. We see that the one that was actually disposed of is the one that's tracking the title. But the other tree should also be tracking the title now, which is why I'm confused. But we can actually check that. We can rather do here on stop tracking. Yeah, so this makes me very, very confused. Oh, wait a minute. No. Okay, I have to check something. I need to check that it actually changes the reference to the tree. It's a new tree. So why the hell doesn't that? Yeah, so a tree is kind of a proxy between the component and the state tree. So whatever the component accesses through this proxy is what this proxy tree is keeping track of, and notifies the component whenever it changes. Oh, I need to. Sometimes my acoustic chill list just has this like horror-like music. It's really frustrating. But this is what I need to understand to fix this. Is why is this empty? That doesn't make any sense, because we are running the body here. So this is like the second run. We start the tracking again, we run the body, and then we stop the tracking. But what might happen here is maybe so this is interesting. Maybe this layout thing has a reference to the old tree. So what we can do is we can take a look at, we can call these trees. So this is the crazy thing with React, is all the, what's it called? Closures? Oops. So we have the trees here. So what we can do is we can check when it stops tracking, what trees have we actually here? Trees. And the tree, and then we'll, yeah, so what we're going to do is trees index of tree. So tree here is the tree here that's actually referenced on stop tracking, because it might call stop tracking on the other tree, for example. Like, we don't know that. Yeah, exactly. You see this? It's the same tree. Yes, of course, because we start tracking twice. This is confusing. This is very confusing, because that means that the use layout effect doesn't actually run the first time. It's like it's completely ignored, or it should have a reference to the correct tree. Basically what happens here is that what the hell is actually happening here? So this should have been 0 and 1, that's the thing, but it's not. So what actually happens here? It runs through the component once, it starts the tracking, but it does that twice. So it runs through the component twice. And adds 2 trees to the list. But then, for some reason, this use layout effect, when it runs the first time, it actually has the other tree, which makes absolutely no sense. So basically it what the hell is happening here? So so that's what's happening. It's disposing of the new tree. It doesn't dispose of the other one that went through the render. Wow. This doesn't make things easier. Maybe we should just look at that article I found and try that solution. Because at least that I supposedly identify this scenario. Because one thing is that it does a double run of the effect, but if that effect, like it's almost like it doesn't run the first one, it runs the last one twice. But it's stated that it only runs twice if it doesn't have any dependencies, and this one has dependencies, so that makes it even more confusing. What we could also do is I think these trees have do they have like I thought I kept like an ID on them. Is it on the Proxifier? No. But that wouldn't help either. Wow. Yeah. This one's yeah, I have to think. But this is very, very strange that let's add a button here, because what I truly don't understand is that on click set state. Let's just add I don't understand these references. Yeah, useState usually come from React. So let's refresh. So now we have two trees there. When I do a force render, it runs it twice again. But I'm confused by why did it run twice when I click that button? Why does it run twice? Now I'm even more confused. Why the hell does, like, it doesn't run any logic from Overmind, but when I just do a simple use state, it renders the component twice. Why does it do that? Does it do that for every change of a component? Or is it my logging here being off? What the hell is React? Okay, so let's just take it from the perspective that, like, you can't just wait a minute, huh? But if I have a use effect here that points to this count, does that run twice as well, or that only run? Oh, did I remove body? Oops. So 2 body, 2 effect. 2 body, 1 effect. What? Is that also part of strict mode? I guess so. I don't think it really matters in our case, but I just have to understand what the hell is happening. Yeah, okay. So that's also part of strict mode. Wow. Okay. So back to our actual problem here. Oh yeah, sorry. Wait, where did I? Oh, there was more stuff here. There we go. Yeah, because there's different angles to this. Is it the way we instantiate the proxy tree? Is it the way the effects run? Is this a whole concept of just tying an instance to a component? Could we use a hook? So for example, what if we use external state store, and that use external state store is the tree? How would that help? And then we would, when we subscribe to that thing, we would start the tracking. Could that work? Use external state store. Okay, I'm going to try something because I wonder how it works. How should we do this? I think we can just, let's create a new component. Use external. Isn't that the thing? what's it called? React use external state store. Use sync external state store. Because they have some stuff in there that I think maybe, and if I remember this correctly, it takes that's not where it should come from. God damn it, what's it called? External store, sorry. I wonder how this use sync external store. Hello. Which version of React are we using? 18? It should be there. Does it run? Yeah. Just doesn't have any typing. Let's see. Using subscribe get snapshot. So this is the subscribe function, and this is the get snapshot function. So what I was thinking was like, maybe this could return a tree, and then subscribe would be the thing that handles the tracking. I just want to see how it operates. And yeah, sorry. And then and subscribe. Maximum update depth. What the hell is this? Is it because I'm... Is it because I'm creating a new subscribe function every time? Call set state? Who calls set state? Must return a cached memo as result. Oh, I think that's the issue. Yeah, there we go. Sorry. Yeah, no, I think it was. It's supposed to be here, but it's when the snapshot is new, it causes a render. So we have to return the same reference because it subscribes to this thing. How does it know? Yeah, I guess it has an internal. No, of course. So when we subscribe to this store, it uses this to subscribe to the thing. and then it knows when that triggers, and that runs a new render, which does the get state thing. Okay. Hello there. Yes. So, okay, it tries to get the snapshot 4 times. That's interesting. What is the return result from this thing? Is it? I think it's like get state or something. And no, it's the actual snapshot. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, but we don't really care about these things because they triggered like crazy. So I think we should run. I thought you would manually. No, of course you don't. Yeah, okay, sorry. Desktop title. Okay, so it runs this twice. So we're back at where we were. But what if we were to... so we're going to do a test here now. How are we going to do this? We're going to do like a manual thing where we are going to... okay, so we have Overmind here with us. We're calling it store. So we're going to try something. We're going to say get track state tree. So this is when it starts subscribing. We create a tree, and then we say tree dispose here instead. And when it subscribes, we're also going to say track state. Oh, sorry, track. How are we going to do this? Oh, these abstractions. Sorry, we're going to track. How will we do this? So when it subscribes, we might have to create this little abstraction in between here. But I just wanted to see if this actually works. How can we do this? Okay, function create tracker or something. So this is going to return an array of 2 things. Wait, that's also a problem. Because we only want to create a tree when we actually start subscribing, but we want to stop tracking at some point. Yeah, but wait, sorry, because we're actually going to, yeah, so this is the problem. So we actually want to create a tree here when we subscribe, and then we want to return that tree here. But like these two doesn't talk to each other. How would we do this? And we can't, like, what we want to do, we want to avoid like creating a new tree all the time. By the way, I want to know when we actually dispose. I think this is the solution actually, because this is a native hook. which is made to operate with external state stores, and it alleviates the pain of this double rendering and all this stuff. So if we can find a way to map this API, subscribe get state or get snapshot as it's called, onto tracking in the tree, I think we're golden. But we have a challenge. We only want to create a tree as we start subscribing to the external state store. Yeah. Oh, wait, sorry. Of course we can handle this. I'm going to actually create a class here, tracker, React tracker. And it's going to have a subscribe and a get state. Let's just call it that. So as soon as we start subscribing, we're going to have our tree. This tree equals store get track tree. And then we're going to say this tree track. One thing I don't quite understand is how does this tree know? Oh yeah, sorry, of course, we get a callback here. So we call this callback whenever we want to update. Basically this. The problem now is that, yeah, wait a minute. I think this can work. So we need to change the reference of this React tracker. How will we do that? Yeah, we can do that simply by result. Return this.result. This might seem very confusing at the moment, but there's something going on here now. So whenever we subscribe, we track and we subscribe. And the point is that whenever that tracker triggers, we need to change that result reference. But that result reference should actually contain the tree. So basically we just say this result equals tree, this.tree. So adding this new object makes it a new reference, which makes this actually resolve. But then we still have access to the tree. So that we can grab the state. That's the point. We could even say state here. But let's just do this for now. Oh, let's call it state. Yeah, exactly. So one thing I'm a little bit curious of is which one of them runs first. Does subscribe run before get state? Let's try that. So yeah, so we're not setting this, we're just saying we're grabbing a state tree when we start subscribing, and then we say this result equals state this tree dot state. State, and then we just update it like that. And then we have to know when we stop tracking. That needs to be done with the use layout effect. So if we, okay, so we have a React tracker here. And I guess we can yeah, so we can do, let's see, tracker equals use state, and we use a function so that we only create one instance of a tracker, and then we say tracker dot subscribe and tracker get state, and then this test is actually like we have the state here. Yeah, so that's the thing. Cannot read properties of. Oh yeah, sorry, I have to bind them. Come on. Let's just make them get state equals. Yeah, reading state doesn't. Okay, so this is, I guess, the biggest problem is, well, I guess it's not the biggest problem. We just have to do this down here. Yeah, exactly. So if no this tree, we'll create it. Cool. So we have our foo there. And we can go and we can actually look at, yeah, and then we should have our, oh yeah, sorry, we don't, yeah, sorry, we need a tree here, sorry, because we need to stop tracking. And then we can have our use layout effect, which basically just stops tracking. Tree stop tracking. And then this will be like tree.state.title. Okay, so what should magically work now is if we create an on-click handler for this. And then we can say, by the way, what's my, do I have any? Yeah, it's only lunch. So if we just go to Overmind actions, what was it? Change title. Oh, sorry, store. I hope that would work. It didn't work. Fuck. God damn it. Oh yeah, sorry, we're not calling the call. Oh yeah, sorry. Oh, we need to call the callback. I don't think it actually needs to contain anything. You can just call it. Damn it, it didn't work. Array from tree.path dependencies. Was that the term? Let's see. Maybe we're calling this multiple times. Yeah, we're starting the tracking multiple times. Oh, so we're subscribing multiple times? Why are we subscribing? Oh yeah, of course, because it runs twice. That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, so what we need to do here is, yeah, and then I just have to check when does it actually render, just so we have that as well. So we're rendering. Oh. What? Are we subscribe? God damn it. Yeah, this will not work. Well, oh, sorry. Yeah, so we can do sorry, we can say this tree is store. Yeah, sorry. And then we move the tracker. Yeah, this is interesting. So we're going to move. Well, let's just call it on the tracker. So tracker.track, and then tracker stop tracking. And we're going to add those. We're going to say track and stop tracking. That will be this tree stop. Oh, God damn it. And then we have the actual tracker here. And this callback, we just basically have to say this CB. And we'll just override that. I think that's perfectly fine. Where does it have an issue? Oh, it's the result. Yeah, sorry. So result will be tree, this.tree. CB is not defined. Oh, that's something. Oh, yeah. Why is it not subscribing? Doesn't it have a callback? Handle store change, yeah. Why is this undefined? Oh wait, does it call this one twice as well? Oh yeah. Oh, it calls that one twice as well. Thank you, React. What about the ref? Can I use a... God damn it. Okay, how the fuck do I create like a single... This is so fucked up. React useRef. Can you use a callback with useRef? So that you only create the value once? Well, I guess we can rather just do useRef. No. So silly. No ref current. Ref.current equals new React tracker. Does this work? Constructor, do we only create one now? I'm very, very upset with React. I'm very upset. Why does it... well, again, like if it creates a freaking brand new component, I can't. That's fine for development. Like that's not a problem. And I think this makes more sense. So let's just stick to this. And then we have to figure out why the hell that callback. But doesn't it subscribe? So it calls it once, renders, calls it again, renders. We're subscribing, and then we're disposing. Yeah. Yeah, it's like we talked about then. It's like my feeling is like, how do they get away with this stuff? I guess, well, you can also argue like people are using React for stuff React was never designed for. So React was never designed for like MobX and these kinds of approaches. It's very much like its core nature is like immutability and value comparison, and so yeah, but React has had like performance issues from day one, and I wonder why they're not handling that more. Like why? Just the fact that if a component does not receive any properties, like if it doesn't have any keys passed to it on props, why bother reconciling that component? Why can't React just not continue reconciling? That would be a huge deal, because with a lot of these external state stores, you have a lot of components that never receives any props because you just use from a provider inside each component. And just that thing would make React so much more performant. But again, Facebook doesn't use React that way. Yeah, anyways, I really want to get this thing working, and I think like my stomach tells me that we're onto something, because this is designed for the kind of things we're doing. It's just that we don't have like a Redux store, which is strictly subscribe get state. We have to map it to this track state tree. But why is it stating that? Because we are subscribing twice. So I have a feeling we have this reference issue again. Because it's almost like it's not calling subscribe on the new instance. Which I find very peculiar. It's the same problem. It's like this reference is used. The first reference is used to track, but the second reference is used to subscribe. Or do I have like a typo here? No, it should be. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry. But we could also, like, what the hell happens if we just do if no this.cb or if this cb? Yeah, that's interesting. Maybe that's the solution. Like, in development, it will render a component twice. It will create a reference twice, but there's only one valid reference. And that's the one we have now. And it did work. Yeah. I actually think this is the solution. We are unnecessarily creating these trackers in development, but you do a lot of unnecessary stuff in development. Now the question is disposal. And we could maybe do this. Okay, let's test that. Let's do this tree dispose and just see what happens first. If it stops working. Yeah, it stops working. But if we do the same check here, if this.cb, we dispose it. Of course. Well, if we do the opposite there, will it then work? Yeah, then it runs, but does it actually dispose it? God damn it. Oh. And which one does it dispose? This is very confusing, what they're doing here. Okay, so we need to be able to hide it. On click. Dispose. Dispose. And let's just I guess increment is a better term. Count, increment. Well, set dispose true. Use state false. Disposed. So if disposed, we do null, or we do this. Okay, so let's see, rendering this thing, we can change it. If we dispose of it, nothing happens. Okay, but let's try doing the disposal here then. I wonder which tracker it actually references. I'm going to try this first, just so we don't like do too much. And then tracker be this tree, let's suppose. When you get the tree in the first place, it contains nothing. What use is it? Computing this. Dispose it immediately. Oh yeah, but we don't know. It's a good suggestion. Like But the thing is, we don't know if it's empty because of the second render. It could just be empty because you had some state in your component that led to no. Oh wait, yeah. Wait a minute. So, well, okay. So we can't do that. It's a good question, and it's true that if the component itself doesn't track anything more, you could say that okay, like there's nothing that like you it won't if you change something in the state store, nothing will cause this to re-render again because it's not tracking anything. But you might have a parent passing a property which changes the render. So suddenly it starts tracking something again. That was my point. So we're kind of back to the problem, aren't we? I would actually expect this subscribe thing to take care of the disposing. You know what we can also do? We can do a very simple thing. Like the point of the disposer is for memory management, but it doesn't have to happen right away. So the thing with this double render is that it happens immediately. So we can do something very, very simple to solve this. And that is, so we'll just say this.dispose. So we're going to base it on subscriptions. That's the best way to do it. But what we're going to do, we're going to have a subscription count. Or dispose timeout. I think, yeah, because the subscription count will always be 1. Yeah. So what we're going to do is basically that if, yeah, sorry. So yeah, still this is a really good abstraction, because what we can do here, we can see if this dispose timeout, clear timeout. This is such a simple way to fix it. Yeah, and then we don't need dispose here. We can just say this dispose timeout, this tree dispose. I think this is a very efficient way to handle it. And it, like, the timeout isn't any like magical number, because the only place this actually happens is it's just that we're delaying the memory management. We're not removing it, we're just delaying it. Oh, sorry. Set timeout. Sorry. Dispose timeout. Oh, sorry, I'm not. Now the big issue, yeah, so one thing we have to figure out. Yeah, there was disposed. But we should really have 2 disposers. Because it created 2 trees, right? Or 2 trackers. Tracker. But again, this is the thing. I have to keep getting back to this. This is development. You will have a bunch of like bad stuff in development, like total overconsumption of memory and CPU, and like React is crazy slow in development compared to production. So I would not get stuck on this, but I'm just curious. I'm just curious why. And what we're going to do, we're going to create like a counter here. We're going to give it an ID because I'm very curious. So tracker. Okay, so it doesn't even, yeah. That's what I meant. Like, you see this? It creates 2 of them, but it runs subscribe twice on the second reference. So one thing I'm wondering here is that maybe this can be fixed if we wrote this a little bit differently. How can I create a single something? What if I were to use memo here? Would that work? Would it then create just one of these? No, it still creates 2 of them. Is there no hook that creates one thing of something? Yeah. Yeah, but I don't care about that. Like, this is just how React operates in development. It duplicates everything. So whatever you do here, maybe you would have like, you could even do, so what we typically do using external libraries like graph tools and stuff like that, you shove them in like useState or useMemo or something to create an instance for that component. And they have the exact same problem. They actually, like, fuck, even Monaco. Like, if you have a code editor, you instantiate like two of them in development. If you do it in the component, of course. So I guess it doesn't really matter what we do here. I think like useState is a very typical way to do this. I could use the ref. Maybe the ref is best because it's more precise. Okay, but I would love to test. Like, if you see how much simpler the implementation is as well. We just have this tracker, in between. So we're basically mapping usync external store to the proxy state tree using this. Maybe we could call it this. We could call this a proxy as well. So we're proxying to the proxy. No. Yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah, it's like you say, Dan. The whole intention is that you should not know. You just should not know. You should not be able to identify the double render. That's the whole point of it. And as we saw now, what could happen, like in terms of effects, the only thing that can happen is that we stop tracking twice, which doesn't matter. That's perfectly fine. So if we have that only the effect is run twice, it's not an issue. And also if the subscription runs twice, that's not an issue either. You're just updating the callback, because there can only be a single callback for this thing. I guess the only thing that could happen is that no, we're adjusting to that as well. And then we just delay the disposal of the tree, which is a development thing. It has nothing to do with. I guess another thing here is all the data we pass for development. That might have issues. Yeah, that might have issues. That's also something that needs to be explored. Yeah, but I like this. So if we don't think about development, the way this basically works is that every component gets a React tracker. And that React tracker holds on to an instance of getTrack state tree. And it exposes a subscription get state thing to React. And then whenever the component renders, we start the tracking. And then whenever there's an update, we just update the result of this state store, basically, with a new object to indicate that there's a change with the tree. And I guess now we can move back to, we don't need tree. We can just give it the state. Whatever. That's for the actual implementation. And then, it works the way it's supposed to. And then whenever it unsubscribes, we just dispose of the tree with a small delay, which is, we can even detect like production and development if we wanted to do that. Do we already do that? I believe we do that. Is production. Yeah, so we don't even need that delay in production. It's only to handle the disposal during. I guess this is the second thing. It's also related to development. The only question left for me is there any behavior in production of React where over in React where you get the same thing. Where for some reason it runs the component twice. But then in production, if it ran the component twice, it would actually it wouldn't like run. So in this case, we're using the ref. It wouldn't run the ref twice or the state twice, like use state twice. The callback for it, which ensures that we only have like we're using the same tree. So yeah, I feel very confident on this. Yeah, so one thing that's also good about this is that the only place, as we talked about, we use an effect is related to stopping the tracking. So as you say, Dan, like it can pause and resume and stuff like that. This is only, all this stuff is managed by the using external store. And we should only stop tracking. I don't know if there's a scenario where React would like run the component, pause, not run the layout effect. But again, it would run the layout effect at some point. Oh yeah, it's long enough, definitely long enough. It could probably be much shorter, but doesn't matter. Okay, but I have to eat some lunch and do some Code Sandbox work. But I think this concludes the exploration. I feel this is the best way to go, and I'll book another session tomorrow. Yeah, thanks for joining me, Dan. This was super, super interesting. And thanks for all the feedback. It really helped me compartmentalize my thoughts. Is that the word? Yeah. So I thought maybe I could set up like a stream tomorrow and we'll actually implement this. And we can run the... we'll need to bump so that we support React 18. We need React 18 to kind of be that dev dependency. And try to run the tests. Because we have tests, right? Yeah, we have tests. And we can try to make tests work, and we can release this as like a next edition. And try it out on actual projects. Cool. Great. Yeah, we'll talk later. And I'll just keep the stream running actually. Because I'm going to... have I gotten any response from... There he is. Sorry, just writing on Slack. I've been harassing Evis. So I told my partner, I've never I've been so pumped. By the way, the demo on Friday went really well. And I've been so pumped by this. And through the weekend, thinking about it and harassing Evis, asking him to watch the recording of the demo. And I so much respect his privacy, and he's had a lot of stuff to do as his co-founder has been on vacation. boss, and I really didn't want to harass him, but I was so excited, and he still hasn't given me like any kind of feedback on that demo, and it bothers me so much. I feel like a small child craving attention from his father or mother. Anyways, I'm going to yeah, what am I going to do today? Because there are a couple of things I was supposed to work on. We had this collaboration issue in VS Code, and I'm not. Yeah, maybe we could try reproducing that. It's a little bit tricky to reproduce. And then I basically need reviews on this stuff. Yeah, I can't really move on without Eva's on the other stuff. So yeah, maybe we should just implement the Overmind stuff. Because I can't. Yeah, I'm going to ask a colleague on my team, on my product team, if I can help with something on the client, or if anything's like pressing. And if not, we'll just do the Overmind thing. At least until it would be nice to get it done. Okay, I'm grabbing lunch, and then I'll be back shortly. You're right. I'm back. Let's see. Yeah, short lunches. I get so what's it called? Impatient. Yeah, but let's. Sorry. Let's just go in and fix. Let's see. I think we should kind of just use this as a reference, and then we'll dive into the actual code here. So one thing we need to do first is make sure that we're running the latest React. Which version of React are we running here? React. There we are. React. Might have to reinstall this. Oh yeah, 16.9. I'm just going to reinstall everything. It's kind of funny, this bug in VS Code. Terminals are hard though. Terminals are definitely... Oh, what's happening here? Oh my god. I'm so sorry. Is it like done? Or god damn it. Let's close this and let's do it again. Oh, I wanted to kill it. How do I kill it? Kill terminal. I haven't worked in VS Code for so long. Oh, I forgot my computer. I need some music. I'll be right back. Oh my god, I looked at the iPhone. Let's see, acoustic. Let's do some acoustic hits. Like 1,400 freaking euros. That's like a freaking MacBook Air. Yeah, so not doing that for sure. I have the M1 MacBook and thinking about the M2 MacBook, not because I need any more power in it, but it's just its design and the screen is a little bit better, a little bit bigger. Let's see, which version? 16.9. Where have I put that? Why does it state? Oh. Which one is this? Oh, is it repo cooker? Oh no, sorry. Wait, Overmind? Oh, sorry. Yeah, this is the main repo. I haven't looked at this in ages, sorry. So 18 18. So I guess like the I guess the tests are going to fail horribly with this. Is it building? Yeah. Hot loader. Oh, this is a tricky one. No, wait, we're not going to do this. We are actually going to, because I don't want to mess up anything. God damn it. We are rather going to change the dev in Overmind React. We're rather going to add dev dependencies, and we're going to say React. We're going to do this instead. Am I testing with React DOM? React test renderer. Yeah, I wonder. Is the React test renderer here? Yeah. I wonder why it's here. I'm trying to reflect on how we think about packages. Yeah, I don't think there's like anything specific to that. So I think we can move this also into this one. And then I'll try to do npm install again. And let's see. Probably a newer version. Oh, there it is. 18. Oh, it's the same. Let's just delete no modules. Let's do the same in. Okay. I do wonder though, where does it actually... yeah, we'll see what happens here. Oh. Is this in Overmind React? Cannot find module. Damn it. I think we have an issue because the tool we use, Repo Cooker, it doesn't take into account. It puts all packages in root. But the problem is that we have like the Overmind DevTools, the DevTools client, everything running. It could be a nice test though. Running the Overmind DevTools client and see if we can get that running with React 18. That would be a really good test actually. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so we'll move this stuff back. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Let's do npm install. Well, did I have React here from before now? Oh. Oh, that, okay, now it's actually dependencies. Let's see. So, I'm worried about this React. I have a feeling we're going to spend the rest of this time just trying to get stuff running, because I'm worried about this React hot loader. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Let's just try. npm test. I guess this fails horribly now. Kind of should. Maybe? Oh, okay. I guess that's a good thing. Should allow using hooks with scope tracking. Yeah, we already have that. I wonder, I guess it's just not documented. Like Dan and I talked about allowing you to give a callback to the new state hook. Didn't I document that? React. Yeah, scope tracking. We already have it. Oh, that's silly. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so, but the good thing is that we can rely on this. So when we rip out the old implementation and go with the new, so we don't need, can I please go away? So we can heavily simplify this stuff. Why are you complaining? Restart TS server. Oh, maybe I have the wrong. No, there it is. Okay, cool. Okay, so a lot of this stuff is basically, yeah, we can even get rid of this. Okay, I'm just going to dive into this and update where I oh, what the hell is this? Is this, why did it give me an error? Oh, it's prettier probably. Yeah. Cool. This stuff is just for development. Yeah, so it's basically us taking the code of the other thing, and I guess here we should really create this tracker class. React tracker. I like the concept of that. So let's just put it in here. Why are you? Oh. So yeah, so we actually have to pass it in the tree here. And I guess it's like proxy state tree. Well, it's basically like get track. Well, sorry, track state tree. Any? Yeah. So we have to say this tree equals tree. And then we'll say, yeah, let's just do this. This dot result equals tree. Yeah, like this. We don't have this. I don't think we need to overdo this. Yeah, and we can put some comments here. This is only necessary for development. So I wonder if we should actually check. Yeah, let's do that. If is production, we just say this tree dispose. Else we do this dispose timeout. This is necessary due to React's double render in strict mode. I guess we don't need this one anymore. In dev mode, subscribe is only called on the last double render instance. So we do not have a callback in that case. Stop tracking. Cool. So let's try this thing. So instead of having, so let's take a quick look here. So this is the stop tracking stuff. We're tracking mounted. We don't really need to do that anymore, at least not for production. And then we have all of this crazy stuff happening during development. And I'm not sure how this actually works in React 18. Does this component tracking actually work? And another question is like, do people use it? That would be interesting to know. Because it doesn't work. It's the one thing that's tricky to implement generally. And I'm not sure how much value it gives. And it adds a lot of complexity in the view layers. Because you can see now with the production thing, all we really need to do is, let's see, tracker, track. This is all we need. Where? Oh. So we don't need this anymore. That's for sure. Oh yeah, let's see. Oh, I have this thing here. Oh yeah, sorry. So the okay, so I guess we want to do this regardless. And I think the mounted ref is really only for development. Use ref. So this is really, what's it called? It's a React tracker. Why are you complaining? Read-only property? Isn't the whole point of this to... oh well. Cool. And then state would be... yeah, so how do we say tracker tracker yeah, sorry. So this isn't tree. This is of course state now. So this should also be up here, of course. I wonder why this isn't in the... is it because I have an... oh yeah, I'm using old types. Let's see. This is 18019. And this is 1806. So let's call this snapshot, and then we'll rather say snapshot.state and snapshot state. This is the scope tracking happening here, and then we'll rather move React.use layout effect. And what? This is production. Yeah, so we don't actually need any of this. That's really, really nice. This cleaned it up really well. And we can we should also do the tracking right away, so that's perfectly fine. Wow, that's nice. The question now is, of course, development. Oh, this actually needs the tree. We can say tracker.tree, that's no problem. So that would be tracker flush ID. Oh, yeah, because we were counting. Okay, we're just going to set 0 on this for now, because we're not actually using that anymore. Don't have to dispose of it. We're rather looking at the tracker. We can remove this. Oh, it wasn't anything more than that. That's nice. Oh, we're done? Oh, fuck, did I install the... oh, whatever. Oh, cannot assign the current. Let's do a simple TS ignore here. Is it TS ignore or is it ESLint? Yeah, and I have to, let's see, move down to here. This is where we update the typing. Let's see, where did we go? There are we. There we are. There we go. Now it should be happier. So let's go back to the package overmind react npm test. Okay, it failed horribly. Use context of null. But that seems cannot read property use context of null. But that's, I'm pointing to React. Why is it saying that? Is it the, oh, maybe it's the renderer? Oh. What? Cannot read property use context of null? As if this is null? Oh, god damn it. There's other issues. Okay, let's sorry, I bumped I have to figure out what's happening here. I might have yeah, let's just take I have a feeling that yeah, this is weird. Oh, sorry. I can't watch it. Cannot read use context? But of null? That makes absolutely no sense. It's as if this is like React is null. What the fuck? That's not the case. What is null? Use context of null? React development? And it's here. It's like in the... Oh, used... Huh? I'm very confused. It's here, right? It has to be. Where's the build? Is it using a lib or something? in online 2631. What is it actually using? Okay, I'm even more confused now. Source index. Why is it on line 2631? And how can it be null? I'm very confused by this. It's saying that this is null, like, and it's saying that it's happening inside useState. This makes absolutely no sense. Do I have any mapping or something here? I have no idea what's going on here. At useState cannot read property use context of null. Or is it this thing that is null? Oh. Or am I doing... Wait a minute. Like this has to be hit. Like it seems like this line is erroring, but this has to be hit, right? And then... Yeah, this is weird. Let's try running it again. What? React use context. This makes absolute... So that is the line erroring, but it's not null. It's there. Function use context. And we have overmine. And then poof, it just completely errors out. Wait a minute. No. That's some... I think this is just completely wrong. God damn it. Is it maybe create state hook? Should allow using hooks. Run. But when I log it, invalid hook call. You know what we're going to do? we're going to reset package.json. And we're not going to test this with React 18. We're just going to make the old version run with the new code. And then we're going to test React 18 somewhere else. Discard changes. Discard changes. And let's remove all these console logs. Let's see. Yeah, I implemented the thing, but I'm having a hard time running the tests because we have a single React dependency in Overmind, which is used by the dev tools and everything. So I just decided to not bump to 18, but rather make sure the new implementation works with React 16, and then we'll just publish it as a next version, and then we can try it somewhere else. Dependency management in monorepos is especially it's become much better, but Overmind is an old project, so it's a little bit horrible to deal with it. What did I do? Yeah. Yeah, we'll just have to ignore. Okay. This is interesting. Like, use sync external store. When did that come? Use sync external store, because we can't really break the old stuff either. React introduced in, yeah, and that's in React 18. God damn it. Yeah, version 18. Yeah, so I didn't think of that. That's so shitty of me. Okay, so we basically need to copy this, and we'll use that for we have to keep the old one, of course. I didn't think of that. So let's discard these changes, and then we'll have use state const use state version 18. Oh, fudge. No, I forgot to. Ah, god damn it. Do we still have it? Oh, good. Let's do this. Use state version 18. React tracker version 18. We need this thing. Aren't you able to? Okay, we don't need that type, so let's just put an any on it. We don't care. We don't really care here either. Let's ignore this one. As any. That's how you do library code. Just use any for everything. It's only the exposed API that needs typing. Oops. Let's avoid the what the fucks. And then we can do, we have use state. Where is it used? Here. Create state hook, and then we'll just check. React use, what's it called? Sync external store. And then we use version 18. Then of course we'll have to use sync external store. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so if we have sync external store, we're going to use state version 18. Or we're going to use state. And at some point, we can like deprecate, of course, the old one, but give people a chance to move to React 18. Noise. Yeah, and the implementation heavily simplified everything, so that's good. So now the test should... What was the problem here? Oh yeah, it was trying to build no modules, but overmine React. Oh, one of them failed. Oh, maybe this is... No. Yeah, I'm confused by why it suddenly starts failing. Oh yeah, okay. Let's delete this. And let's delete this. I have to kind of get back into the correct state here again. Yeah, so what we can actually do here now, we can copy this code as well and bring it back into our little experiment on CodeSandbox.io to see if it runs. Let's see. And we can remove all of this stuff. Was it content? React tracker. Where is it? Oh, my bad. React tracker v18. Okay, so that didn't actually work. What did I do wrong here? Oh, I think I forgot to... where's useState v18? It needs to return... Now it returns state. Didn't I use .state? Oh, sorry. It's the tree. I can... Yeah, sorry. I forgot. Tree result. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Cool. So it like this is this of course needs to be tested. I could go in and bump to 18 with the Overmind DevTools and everything, and maybe we could try to do that, but I don't have time for that now, because I need to have filled up my patience for doing that, because I know we're going to hit a lot of environment related issues with that, which I'm not ready for, at least now. But let's see if we can deploy like a next version here. So people can actually test it. I'm not sure why. Yeah, we shouldn't need git status. Where are we? Are we on the next branch? Yeah. V18 support. So let's add from packages Overmind React. Oh, okay, cool. Let's do that. I'm just creating the ignore, that's good. Awesome. Oh yeah, of course. What was the type scope? So this, I guess, could be called, I guess it's a fix, Overmind React. Just did release notes. Yeah, I think you can just merge it then, and then did even Electron work? Yeah, because that's my only worry with the bumping the packages is the Electron one. Because did we bump Axios crossfetch event source? Async minimist Axios crossfetch event source. Oh yeah, this was June. Yeah. June 17th. Oh. Oh, so there weren't any Axios. Oh, sorry. Wasn't there an Electron? Oh, maybe I misread it. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, because that was way back in June. Which version of Electron is out now? Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, then I would just do the release. Yeah, so you should be able to just merge. So yeah, I guess we've documented that. Like you can just go in the terminal and yeah, merge, go to master and then merge next and push, and then everything should be good. Yeah, it's Electron 20 now. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, so I guess, yeah, so if you do that, and then feel free to merge the PR, the V18 PR into Next, and then that should just magically create the next version. And when that's out, we can ask people to try it. Yeah. And then yeah. Great stuff. Great stuff. Just going to see if I actually got any feedback on did I? No, didn't get. Yeah, I need feedback on this stuff, but I can't just merge it. It's really annoying. Yeah, I'm a tiny bit. Yeah, we're going to try something. I'm taking a short bathroom break, and then I'm going to try something because I made a video this weekend on the extension stuff that I demoed. And I'm going to see, and I had a suggestion on something we need to solve, and I'm going to explore if we can actually do something there. And I found this package. Oh yeah, and yeah, okay, great. I think Evis is actually ready for a session. Yeah, okay, I'm going to just stop the stream, and then I'll do some more streaming tomorrow, because I'm diving into a session here, and then yeah, maybe I'll, yeah, I'm diving into a session, and then I'll get back to streaming a little bit later. All right, bye for now. Good luck, Dan. Let me know if there's something fishy, and then we'll get these two things out so people can start testing.